Aloha and mahalo for stopping by at my view sets, and I'm Anthony P. Once you get even a small glimpse of who you really are, it is so liberating, it is so empowering that you can't go back after that. It's like once you see the truth, there's just some things you can't unsee now, even though we've burnt the bridge, even though we've crossed to the other side, and even though every single day we're getting clearer and clearer about who we are, what we want out of this life, and what life is wanting out of us, what the universe, what God is calling to us to do to allow this energy to move through us, even though it's becoming clearer, even though that feeling is more and more tangible every single day. It doesn't mean that there aren't going to be moments where we panic, where we all of a sudden want to turn back and go back the way we came, and the reason for this is actually quite simple, though most people might not consciously be aware of it. Most people would rather be comfortable than thriving. Most people would rather be comfortable than happy than fulfilled. Now, this doesn't make you an idiot, it doesn't mean you're spiritually inept, it means that you're here having a human experience. This is a survival mechanism that's woven into us because our ancestors way back when we were comfortable, it meant that we had the warmth, we had the shelter, we had the food, the relationships that we had, they were comfortable. We knew what to expect. Much less likely you're going to get eaten or thrown out of the pack when you've got that comfortable nest set up. It didn't serve us necessarily back then, when it was really survival times, to walk away from comfort to see what else might be out there. Those who did that likely were eaten by wild animals, okay. But that's not what life is like anymore. We're in a new day and age. This is the generation is spiritual awakening, and if you are alive right now on the planet, it's because you are a part of this transformation and this transition. It is such an exciting process. What we do here now in this life makes such a powerful and profound impact of expansion on our soul, on our spirit, so we really want nothing more than to be here and just be alive at this time on the planet. And you've likely heard and felt that in other places too. Now back to the main message of this video, the reason we want to go back, even though things in our life are getting better and better and better, but then we have those moments of panic and we turn back, we start self-sabotaging, we turn back toward our self-destructive habits or thinking or whatever. The reason we do that is because we know what to expect back there, because we've already lived it. You walked that path already, so it's comfortable to you instinctually, because you know what to expect. Life might not be really fulfilling, you might not have lots of energy in that life, you might not feel like you're really contributing or like your life is super valuable to you in that reality, but at least it's comfortable, right? At least you know what to expect. And I'm not making fun of you, I'm pulling this message through because I know this is what we're going through right now. We are a team in this, we are in this together, and I just want to reflect some things to you that I know you already know to be true in your heart, and I hope that by the end of this video you have more clarity on why, even though you're moving closer and closer to this amazing reality that's calling you in your heart, why you keep taking a step forward and then 2 steps back sometimes. And it's confusing, I know, but it's because you know what to expect. Think about it like this: in front of you right now, you've been walking this journey for a while right now. If you're seeing this video, I have a lot of faith that this is going to be true for you, because otherwise you would not be able to have seen this video, you wouldn't have called it forth in your life. I have a very good feeling that you are coming up on a corner right now, a corner as in you've been walking this path for a while, it's been straight, you've been going for it. Right? Woo, walk in the spiritual path, baby, you're killing it. And you come up and you see this corner in front of you now. It's both exhilarating because you don't know what's around that corner, right? You can't see around a corner, all you see is the end of what you've been walking so far. Once you turn it, then you'll be able to see what is this life, what is this new stage of my journey. But right now we can't see, we feel in our heart, our spirit, our source. All the synchronicity is guiding us and telling us, take this leap of faith, dude, you can do it. I know you've been feeling this in your system, I could feel it. Right now it's really powerful. I know you're feeling this, you are ready to take this step, you are ready to take this leap, but there's still some inherent fear because we don't know what is around that corner. We don't know what to expect, and it's so much easier to just turn this way and walk that way. I'm going to wait for the train to pass. Yes, I live by a train crossing, thank you, God. So we've come up on this corner, right? And we can't see what's up ahead of it, but we can see everything that's behind us because we've already been there, so it's comfortable. And the truth is that behind us is some really good times. It's not all bad, right? And the closer we get to this corner of crossing into this new stage of our journey, the new episode of our lives, that is when we begin to reminisce on all the good times behind us the most, right? That's when we tend to forget that there's certain things back here that no longer serve us, that the journey is pulling us forward, that it's time to become new, that it's time to allow the new stage of your life to begin. But right before we make that final step where we turn that corner, that is when we all of a sudden turn around, become super self-destructive, and start reaching back toward all these things, all these relationships, not just relationships with people, but you might have relationships with work, you might have relationships with substances or drugs, you may have relationships with certain thought processes or identifications within yourself about the story you tell yourself about who you are. So we might have all these things, and suddenly we panic before we make it to the next episode in our lives, and we start turning back toward all these things, and we either do this unconsciously or we unconsciously pretend that we're being conscious, and we're like, oh, you know what, I don't need to advance in my life. I don't need to trust the universe or let it pull me forward. I'm perfectly comfortable with this. I don't know why I've been keep moving forward. Why was I doing that? I should just sit back on my couch. I should just take the drugs again. Right, I should. And I'm just giving you guys examples. The examples I'm sharing might not be exactly connected to you, and they might be, but I know that you have the intelligence to understand what I'm saying. It is time to move forward in your life. If that was not true for you, there is absolutely no way that you would not be seeing this fear right now, and absolutely no way that you would have made it this far in without changing it. That proves it resonates, that proves that there's something here for you. And what I'm hoping to encourage you to realize is that our life is full of evolution, it's full of expansion, it's full of lots of changes, and there's a lot of unexpected things up ahead of us, and that's the truth. But what I do know for sure, even though you and I can't see around that corner right now, what I do know is that on the other side of it we are going to be more authentic, more honest, more enlightened, more grown spiritually speaking, and even physically speaking, because every step we take spiritually, the material world matches us for that. All the inner transformation we allow ourselves and give ourselves permission to go through right now in our lives will yield to us greater result in our external reality, and that's just the truth. So no, it's easy to be afraid and turn back and go back toward all these things that at least you know what to expect, at least you're comfortable with that. And hey, I get it. Those survival instincts, they're in my human person too. That's why my family generation, the name has been passed down for so long, because we know how to stay comfortable and not leave our caves and get killed by jaguars. But listen, that's not the time that you and I live in anymore. You want to know who life rewards now more than ever, because of these upgrades, because of these shifts, because of the dimensional expansion taking place, because of the raising of the consciousness. Life doesn't reward the person who stays in what's comfortable anymore. Life rewards the person who's willing to open the door to their house, so to speak. It's just a metaphor. Walk out and keep walking and see what's out there. Let it come to you. I'm not trying to encourage you to be under the impression that everything you're looking for is outside your house or out there in the world and you have to go find it. No, it's actually quite the contrary. Everything that you're looking for is within you. You have it all already. It's right under your nose. Everything that you could possibly want to be in this world, you already are within yourself. So when I Say we're about to turn this corner, we're about to break into a new part of our path that we don't know what's on the other side. I am talking about an internal journey, my friends. I am talking about the corner which when we turn we will become more clear on the fact that everything we have and ever could need is within us already, and that is when you see external reality reflected to you truly. So remember this, and sometimes part of our internal journey does take external manifestations. Sometimes it does mean physically letting go of something, physically having a conversation about something and acknowledging it no longer serves you. Sometimes it does manifest as a physical decision of throwing that stuff out that you know is not good for you. And why do you keep taking it? You know, throw it out. It's the decision that you feel in your heart called to pursue this new thing because it's inspired within you. It's inspired from that richness that already lives within you. That's where those decisions are inspired from. So understand this path you're walking is both physical but mostly internal. It's mostly an energetic path, and when you feel inspired to do something or to make a change in your life, like leave the place you currently live or leave a job or leave a relationship or reach out and go for something that you feel called to, when those actions come to you from an inspiration within you, inspired from your heart, inspired action is always very powerful and always has to do with our expansion. When your actions you take are about trying to change your situation, like you feel horrible in your life and you're trying to change everything externally to make yourself feel better, these kinds of actions do not benefit us. We have to go within and allow our action to come from the inspiration within us. Those are the ones that yield positive results for us. So remember that if you're trying to change everything in your life because you don't feel well, that's not the kind of action we're talking about. If you're changing things in your life because you can feel it within you, it's inspired and you just know it's time to, and you're willing to step past your fear to see what is you on the other side, that's the kind of action that I hope this video inspires you to take in your life. So thank you very much. Much love to you. I do hope that this video helped you in some kind of way. It is why I make these, and much love to you in your life, and I hope to see you for the next video. Thanks. My view sets. I'm Anthony P. Have a great day and a wonderful day. Until next time. Aloha and mahalo and love.